Thank you, Mr. President, Your Excellencies, Mr. Obama, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank His Excellency, the President. President Obama, President of the United States of America, Presidents, leaders, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me thank His Excellency President Barack Obama, President of the United States of America. So, Your Excellencies, President Obama, President of the United States of America, presidents and leaders, first of all, let me thank His Excellency President Barack Obama and thank the people and the government of the United States of America for the warm welcome and the hospitality that they showed to us, my peers and myself, as well as our delegation since we arrived in this beautiful capital in Washington, D.C. I'd like to thank also my brothers, the African leaders. Thanks to their presence, they honor this very important meeting, whose contributions guarantee the success. This is the first summit between Africa and the United States. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the aim of this summit is to strengthen and to increase bilateral, regional, and continental relations between Africa and the United States for the life of our future generations. We want to preserve our mutual interests, and our nations have always had strong relations. The Business Forum gathered leaders from African companies and American companies. This will give new opportunities and will contribute to increasing the volume of exchanges between Africa and the United States. And we will, in Africa, participate as partners in world affairs. We'll also be actors with influence. Africa is a young continent, potentially rich, with rapid growth. We need know-how, we need experience, and American technology in order to develop faster. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to mention important themes such as investment in future generations, growth and sustainable development, energy, food security, health, empowerment of young people, the crucial theme of regional security and of governance for future generations. The transformation of Africa is conformed to our will to go forward. You see this in our 2063 vision for the next 50 years and in our roadmap post-2015 for heavy investment and a better orientation of growth in order to reduce poverty. There's going to be more access to energy. This is one of our priorities. This is going to be more and more important in the field of renewables. This is less costly and gives a better respect to the environment. We'll have an investment in the agricultural sector. Not only we're going to gain thus food self-sufficiency, but create more employment and give added value to our products. Also, we'll be able to hire more young people and women. Yet, agriculture is facing problems, especially climate change. The population of the continent must be more resilient and be adapted to the new context, even if the volume of trade between African countries remains small. Africa still has a comparative advantage. We have a market of over 1 billion consumers. We appreciate AGOA, of course, and we would like for AGOA to allow more of an industrial, agricultural, and commercial development, widening our AGOA to more countries and to more products, and strengthening our capacities with technical assistance, especially with norms and quality insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, our population will double between now and 2050. Two-thirds will be young people less than 35 years of age. It's both an asset and a challenge. It's a huge human capital, but with a huge demand for infrastructure, health, education, housing, food, so that African has a decent life. In spite of all these efforts, which allowed important progress in the last few years in the sector of prevention, strengthening of the health system, including investment in human resources, our health indicators are still worrisome. HIV/AIDS, malaria, TB remain important causes of mortality in Africa. We fight against these scourges, but it needs to be strengthened with Africa's partners. We congratulate the United States for their contribution in this sector. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa is facing major challenges in terms of peace and security. There are armed conflicts, civil wars. Microphone, please, for the president. Thank you. So, as I said, we are facing major challenges in terms of peace and security, armed conflicts, illicit traffic, organized crime, wildlife traffic, arms contraband, drug contraband. We have made great progress within the peace and security African architecture. Nevertheless, we still have many challenges. We have to mobilize the efforts of the international community. We have to mention the cooperation agreement that exists between the African Union and the United States. Since January 2013, we have to repeat our wish for a peace facility between the U.S. and Africa, such as the Europeans have already done with us. Governance is also at stake. This is where all the challenges exist. We have to give our future generations a strong, prosperous, and inclusive Africa. The empowerment of women is one of the engines of Africa's renaissance. It will allow women to exert their basic and fundamental freedoms in all sectors. Governance for future generations will extend peace and development, strengthen the collective commitment of Africa to promote a political culture that is based on democracy and the respect of human rights, as well as the rule of law. I wish full success to our work. Long life to the cooperation between Africa and the U.S. Thank you.